Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are, well, we're ready to take this financial report. I think there's no way around it at this point. I mean, we could technically probably deploy. We could, but I don't think it's really worth it. So we're going to go ahead and tick forward a couple of days here, hit this financial report. Perfect. We'll go ahead and continue. Bankruptcy projected. That's to be expected. We're barely under our monthly report, though. So we're going to go ahead and tick forward for one more day to get the hunchback done. And then the question is, do we need to wait on any pilots? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 available right now. So the answer is, yeah, we should tick forward at least 2 more days. 1 and 2. And now I think we're good. Just Scrub and Tarbox out of action? Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. So let's just go through and grab ourselves... Oh, right, that's Tarbox. Let's just go through and grab ourselves any training that needs to happen. We can grab a point of guts. That's fine. And what else do we need? Just 2 points of guts. Okay, sounds good. And we should now be ready to deploy. So let's see if we can find something that we can get done relatively quickly, ideally. I mean, this is a reasonable pay. And halfway decent salvage for a skull and a half. Maybe we can get it done quickly. That would be ideal. That is not a double priority salvage. I didn't expect it to be fair. And it looks like we are completely ready to deploy. So let's get in there. Yeah, the Centurion's underweight. Not much we can do about that. So in we go. This is only a skull and a half, and honestly, we should breeze through this. This should be absolutely no problem whatsoever. So hopefully that will be the case. I didn't even look at... Oh, this is against a local pirate organization. I was going to say I didn't even look at who the Op4 was, but I did. It was local pirate. And that is completely fine. The real question is, just how many enemies will there be? I mean, if it's only a single lance, we can breeze through that really fast. If it's 3 lances, that'll slow us down a little. It's not that it's not doable, it'll just slow us down. So we need to destroy terrorist units. We finally tracked down the pirate terrorists responsible for a deadly attack on one of our facilities. Unfortunately, even though there's only 2 of them, they're extremely heavily armed and very, very dangerous. That's why we're turning to you. We simply don't have the forces available to reach them before they strike again. This seems really straightforward, Commander. I'm not too worried about extremely heavily armed. I'm sure it's nothing we haven't dealt with before. Darius gives me some pause there, but if there's really only 2 of them, we should be able to handle it no problem just by overheating them. Unknown Lance, this is Illyrian Command. We're in pursuit of dangerous criminals. Leave the area or you will be fired upon. Darius, did we just get sold out? Let's assume good faith on the part of our employers, Meyer. Attention Illyrian Lance. We are an MRB-bonded mercenary company. We are under contract and cannot withdraw. No answer. Commander, they don't seem to be bluffing. Looks like we'll be fighting 2 battles at once. Okay. Well, we've got some Federated Sons allies. I'd love to deploy, like, here. Yeah, that's obviously too close. Maybe, like, over here? Actually, we could deploy here. You know what? Let's go for it. Well, let's see what we're up against here. So we know there's pirate terrorists. We know there's also Illyrians in the area. Okay, so this is a pirate here. What is that, an Orion? Okay. I'm going to reserve here. And I'm going to continue reserving until this second pirate moves. That's phase 12. Okay, that's a land air mech Phoenix Hawk. Interesting. We're going to continue reserving to phase 12. And I'm not convinced these guys are firing on each other here. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Now, we can begin to advance. And we're just going to come down over here for right now. We don't have eyes on them currently, so that is reasonably fine. The Centurion is also going to make its way over here. I was hoping that our eyes on would stay. The J. Edgar is in flames. There's not really much we can do about that, though.
Copy that, Commander.
We're just going to get as up here as we can, and we don't see anything.
They will be done.
Interesting. Well, we're going to get the Guillotine on over here,
Receiving
as well as the Chameleon over this direction, and we're just going to approach them. No more reservations, of course, unless we have a very specific reason. The Hunchback is stuck again. Really, buddy? Okay.
Roger.
Wonderful.
Waiting on you, Commander.
That's becoming a problem.
Double time.
Okay, the Blackjack can just chill right there. That's perfectly fine.
Ready
And the
for
Harasser can make its way right on over. Flames on the way. Oof. Right through there. Yikes. Okay. Well, we'll still do it.
Let's go.
Shouldn't take much damage there. Ah, that'll be the other team. Noted. We've exited combat. I'm not a fan of this. Okay, there's the Illyrian bounty hunters. Oh, hang on. Hang on a moment. First off, the fact that he hit that much on 7 evasive pips makes me a little salty. Secondly, these guys aren't very scary. They've got a Centurion. Yeah, these are the Illyrians moving here. This is their Wolverine, a fire truck, and a Centurion. Okay.
I hear ya.
We're going to position the Blackjack right over here. Oh, there's also a Commando that we didn't previously see. We're actually going to position the Blackjack right here. And let's see, it's the Wolverine that will have the hit odds on, right? Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to engage this Wolverine. This is front arc. And he is in cover, but that's okay. Davian Phoenix Hawk moves up, fires on the Wolverine, does a tiny amount of damage. Sure. That'll be fine. Ooh. That's what I like to see, the pirates firing on the Illyrians. Now, I do fully expect that they're going to hit our Blackjack here. That
Commander.
wasn't them hitting our Blackjack. Okay. Noted. We're going to sprint in over to here with the Vulcan.
On the move. Full
And I would absolutely love to hit either of these. I think our best bet is probably still going... Actually, in terms of hit odds, our best bet is the Centurion. We're mostly just getting into position, though, right now, to deal with the Illyrians. Okay. Next, this Vulcan is going to move. No, this is our Vulcan. The Commando is going to move. And he didn't fire.
Commander.
Absolutely fascinating. We're going to cruise in over here. Actually, maybe over here with the Harasser.
Move into position.
And we're going to light up one of these guys in their rear arc. And given these hit odds, it's going to be the Wolverine. We're going to switch to single target. We don't want to hit ourselves.
Roger.
Ooh. That Wolverine is not happy with this situation.
I'm here.
Okay, the J. Edgar is going to make its way up over here. And hopefully it doesn't die, but it is a little bit on the expendable side. We're going to position up here for the 6th evasive pip. And... question is, which of these do we go for? The answer is the Archer.
Fire an owl weapon.
Okay, we hit with one of those flamers.
Standing by.
That's fine. Our Centurion is going to fire on this Orion. Oh, we don't have LOS? Hang on. Sniper Artillery is in indirect mode. We'll position like this. And we're going to fire on the Orion. This is in indirect mode. We're going to fire in direct mode, though.
On it.
Okay, that was a solid hit. We missed a little bit, but I'm completely comfortable with what happened there. We're going to sprint in over here with the Chameleon. And the Chameleon is going to hit the Centurion in this side arc again.
Roger that.
Okay, structure exposure, and we did a little bit of critting there. Not too bad.
Standing by.
Our Guillotine is going to position, honestly, just like right here. And we're just going to hit this guy front arc. And I do want to fire the bolt-on. Yes, we will overheat. I'm comfortable with this.
Acknowledge. I'm out of SRMs.
That is a huge amount of damage to the Centurion.
Watch my heat levels.
I was hoping that he'd eject there, but unfortunately he did not.
Receiving.
That's okay. The Hunchback is useless. Why is it always the Hunchback that deploys in a place where it can only use jump jets to get out? I don't know, but it's this fire truck that's moving right now. And it just didn't fire. Fascinating.
I await your command.
The Guillotine is moving again. We are, this time, not going to fire the ERPPC, for sure. We're going to aim for that leg. I think we're going to not fire the medium pulse laser, just so that we sink heat.
Locking on. Ooh, that hit something good.
Okay. I'm hoping our allies finish him off. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Excellent.
Standing by.
The Chameleon is, at this point, going to come in and hit this Wolverine. I would love to hit it rear arc. And we could get there. This is an overheat alert right now. However, if we didn't fire, say, the ER medium, or we could just say this is good enough, but that's an ammo explosion chance. Maybe we should not fire the regular medium. Yeah, we'll go for it.
Move order received. Locked on for physical.
That's a good hit.
No retreat.
Okay, perfect. Engine primitive crit. That's what we were looking for.
Heat gauge is redlining.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Watch my heat. I'm taking damage.
They're firing on that commando. Again, I'm 1,000,000% okay with this.
Standing by.
Our J. Edgar is going to move in over here.
All right.
We want to have some evasion. The J. Edgar is still in danger. There's no doubt about that. But we're just going to keep harassing these guys a little bit.
Waiting for orders.
Excellent. The Blackjack is going to move over here.
Got it.
Can we one-shot this fire truck? That would be ideal if we could. Our hit odds aren't the best. We're going to go for it.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
That didn't work. Okay. I was hoping that we'd be able to take it out there. Commando is moving through the fire. Attempts to fire on our harasser fails. Okay. Sounds good to me. Our Hunchback can't do anything.
Standing by.
The Centurion is now going to fire on the fire truck. This will likely finish it off.
Got it.
Perfect. That's what we were looking for, right there.
Vehicle killed.
Okay, the Vulcan... Are we going to engage this commando? Honestly, I feel like we're not. I feel like we're going to sprint up here,
Double time. Let's go.
and maybe Vigilance, because we're exposed here, and go for, like, the Archer, perhaps. The odds are slightly better for the Archer. We're just going to pot-shot the pulse lasers, though.
Engage.
30 damage. We'll take it. Okay, allied turn. They're firing on that Orion. They did no damage to it. Sure, whatever. The Archer moves up, fires on the Vulcan. That is exactly as expected. Ooh. Man. All that going straight into that one arm. A little unlucky there, to be sure. Lost a medium pulse laser and a clan machine gun. That's not the end of the world, though. The Vulcan kind of does need retirement, it seems. But we're going to cruise up here as up as we can. And I think at this range, we're probably better off firing our AoE flamers.
On it.
Okay, +7 heat.
Light damage, Commander.
Indeed. Okay, enemy turn. The Orion moves through the fire and doesn't really do anything. Noted.
Commander.
Our Vulcan is going to step up here, and I would love to turn a bit more like this.
On it.
And I'd love to do some damage to this archer.
Target locked in.
We got a structure exposure there. That's nice. Not much else.
Receiving you.
The Hunchback is useless.
Holding and cooling.
Okay, we'll see what our Hitman does here. Fires on that commando. Does a little bit of rear damage, I guess.
Good
Sure.
to go.
We're going to come in with the Chameleon, and we're going to kick this guy. Now, we're not going to fire the ER medium for sure.
Got it.
We're just going to come in over here. Boop. That was a leg hit, I think.
On.
Not the best attack I've ever seen, but we got a head hit out of it. Sure. Phoenix Hawk also fires on the commando. Takes out the leg that time. Sure. We'll accept that. The archer moves up. Fires on the Vulcan again. That's fine. This is exactly what we expected the archer to do.
I'm here.
The guillotine is going to step over this direction. And we're going to fire the ERPPC on the Vulcan. We're not going to fire the medium pulse lasers because I would like to sink a little bit of heat here.
Feel my wrath.
Okay, we missed everything. Fine.
This isn't going on my permanent record, is it?
Yep, it absolutely is.
Standing by.
Okay, the Centurion is in position here to fire on the Orion, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Engaging with target.
That was a solid hit. Very nice.
Good to go.
The Blackjack is going to make its way up here. And we're going to face like this.
Turbo.
And we're going to look to fire on the Archer as well.
This should be good.
Was hoping for a knockdown there. No such luck.
Standing by.
However, the Harasser is going to come in to the rear arc here. And it is in a bit of danger with only 3 evasive pips. We're going to utilize standard ammo on the heavy flamers here. And that is one very hot archer.
Yes, Commander.
Fantastic. The Jaeger is unfortunately in flames.
Order acknowledged.
We're going to move over here, and we're going to work on heating up the Orion as well. Wait, is that a knockdown? That's a knockdown on the Orion. Very nice. I like it. The Commando gets up. We'll see what it does. Does it even have any weapons? Hasn't fired yet. Okay, it fires on the Guillotine with its large laser, but we don't care.
Reporting minor damage.
That's completely fine.
Ready for orders.
The Hunchback is useless.
Got it.
Wonderful. The Guillotine is not really in a great position to do
Onward.
much of anything. We're going to potshot the Orion here, and we're just going to see what we can get. That's not a hit. I'm not surprised at that range. That's completely fine. Hitman moves up, fires on that Commando. I mean, the Commando will die. This is kind of a wasted turn.
Standing
In fact,
by.
the Commando will die now. We're going to get in there. We are going to fire the regular medium laser, but we're not going to fire the ER. I still want to sink a little heat
Moving
here.
to position. Putting my weight into it.
Excellent. Pilot incapacitated.
Mech, destroy.
And now we'll shred his mech for good measure, I guess.
Target neutral.
Okay, so now we need to deal with the terrorists.
Receiving you.
So the Vulcan is capable of coming in behind the Archer and kicking it. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. In this rear arc. We could theoretically kill it here.
On the move. Ah!
I don't believe that's a kill, though. No.
Target taken.
unfortunately.
Watch
And
my
we
heat.
definitely are overheating in the Vulcan and its weak side exposed to the Orion, so we'll have to do something about that.
Here.
The J. Edgar is just going to honestly stay exactly where it's at
Targeting for
and look to heat up the Orion more. Plus 18 heat. Okay. Land Air Mech moves up, fires on the Orion. It does 5 damage. Okay. Not the worst. Not the best either. We're going to leave the Harasser exactly where it's at as well. And we are going to heat up this Archer once again.
Acknowledge.
Okay. The Archer shut down. That's very nice.
Receiving you.
So the Centurion could now fire at either, but honestly, we can't really hit with the Sniper Artillery because we would do too much damage to our friends. So we're not going to fire with the Sniper Artillery. Instead, we're just going to go for a leg shot with one of these ER medium lasers. If we fire both, we'd overheat.
Firing.
Okay, that's a leg destruction. Nice. I'm hoping that that causes the Archer to eject. Yes. That's what we were looking for.
What can I do for you?
Okay. The Blackjack will now close in over here.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
And we are going to go for head hits on the Orion.
Got it.
That was a head hit. The Orion gets up. We're in danger. It is overheated. It melee attacks the J. Edgar. Rip J. Edgar. Actually missed. But it still rip J. Edgar. Yeah, that was pretty much expected. And it's completely fine. This guy now failed his shutdown override. I would rather that he hit the J. Edgar than he hit the Vulcan. Given those two options, that was the kind of best possible outcome.
Yes, boss.
The Chameleon is not really in position to help out against these guys, so we're going to sprint up and sink heat.
I'm ready.
The Guillotine, on the other hand, can move up to here.
Acknowledged.
And from this position, we are in a good position to attack the Orion. Pretty good damage going in there.
Good to go.
The Vulcan is going to just position in its rear arc here. And we lost heat sinks, didn't we? I feel like we did, considering our heat levels. We're actually just going to have to brace here. Failed shutdown override.
Heat
Okay.
damage. Way over the red line.
Well, that's okay.
I'm
The
shutting
Blackjack will come on in.
Moving out.
Go for those head hits if you can. Okay.
Another hit like that. Is
Not
your
necessarily ideal, but it'll do. The Hunchback can't do anything.
down. Aye, aye.
The Centurion can position up over here,
Confirmed.
and we could only fire the Sniper Artillery. That said, I think we can get away with a Sniper Artillery shot.
Confirmed. Firing.
Nice.
Take that.
And that's a pilot ejection. Okay. Commander, I've been talking to our Davian rep, and this seems to be a case of simple bad luck. Apparently, the bad guys wiped out an Illyrian unit just a few days ago. We just happened to both arrive in the AO at the same time. Let's regroup back in orbit.
Mission successful.
Okay, so we lost the arm on the Vulcan. That's not the biggest deal. I mean, we lose that arm all the time, it feels like. That'll cost maybe 100k to replace. Like, I think that'll be fine. So yeah, the Vulcan will need some repairs, there's no doubt about that. We could grab a couple of Archer parts and hope to get a completed Archer. That would kind of be an ideal scenario here. I don't really see anything tremendously good in here, so I think we'll look for that Archer. We didn't get it, but next Archer that we run into, we will get. Also 3 Orion parts there. We'll get rid of this primitive armor and sensor basic. The AC-10 ammo might be nice to keep around though, and the Inferno fluid ammo might be nice to keep around as well. But that can go towards our replacing the Vulcan arm fund. So the real question is, how much damage did we take? Other than the Vulcan's arm and repairing the J. Edgar, not very much. Repairing the J. Edgar's relatively cheap. 62k? Do it. However, we are going to have to manually repair the Vulcan here. So we will go ahead and stop work on that. Only the guillotine actually took damage otherwise. So we'll refit the Vulcan, and that ended up being very, very effective. Okay, yeah, I see what happened to the heat here. Oh my, through armor criticals out the wazoo there. Well, we'll repair everything that we can. We lost a heat sink from here. We lost a clan machine gun over here. Gyro XL, which we may not be able to replace. Which means that we may have to drop some weight. If we do, dropping the machine gun would be absolutely fine. We'll max out this armor for right now, and it looks like that did actually max. Perfect. And then we can put in the replacement pulse laser if we've got one. We kind of don't. But what we could do is we could put in to try to replace the damage output. I mean, it's not really damage output that you get out of machine guns, it's crit rolls, right? But I suppose we could put in, say, a medium laser here. How's our heat efficiency looking? Perfect. We could actually theoretically drop this heatsink, although that's a free heatsink. Okay, so we do need this heatsink. And we have half a ton. Any other laser hardpoints? No. Okay. What else might we want to put into this? What else indeed? I mean, we could put this clan machine gun in. This is what we had before, is clan machine gun and then a half ton of machine gun ammo over here. That does put us ever so slightly overweight. We could, however, drop a little bit of armor in the legs. I'm not hugely fond of doing this, since the Vulcan is already a little bit on the vulnerable side. We could do something like that. The other option is we could maybe look at putting in... Let's see. I'm just checking to see what we've got here. We have a light engine that we could theoretically put in. And if we did that, we could upgrade this. I'd love to take it to a 325, but there's no way. 280? Not quite. 270. Very close. 250? Yeah, 250 is a little too small. If we're going to do that, I'd rather not have the light engine. And I would rather put it back at, what is this? The 255? 225? What did it have before? The engine core 240. Yeah, this is what it had before. So I think we'll just leave it like this. It's not ideal, but it'll be okay. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will be ready to deploy again, because both of these will be repaired quite quickly. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.